There's this great saying, frameworks make the brain work. And without it, it is just guesswork and hard work. And that's what most people's marketing is. It's guesswork, it's hard work, because there is no framework. I was with our tribe last week at Partnership Club Intensive, and a few things came from it. The big one is when you have a system in place, it is much easier to stay consistent. Because one of the big problems that most service professionals have is lack of consistency. When things are slow, well, I've got time to be able to do all the things that I need to do. When things are busy, I don't have time. And therefore, everything falls away. I want to share with you a couple of little things that hopefully are going to help you get a framework that allows you to remove the guesswork and the hard work. So let's dive into it. I think one of the big takeaways from last week and when working with our clients at intensives came to this. Okay? There are 3 ponds that you could fish in at the moment. Okay? There is the pond where people get you fish. This very much is like a lead generation company. You pay, they give you the fish. As soon as you stop paying, no more fish. So as long as you keep paying, then you will have fish. A little bit dangerous because you're not in control of the fish. Second is what then I would call where someone fishes for you. That is more like a traditional marketing agency. So again, as long as you're willing to pay, then they will fish for you and you will have fish to be able to talk to. Same sort of problem. As soon as you stop paying, what happens? The fish go away. What we want to be able to do with you is to be able to build you a fish machine where you now can fish for yourself for years and years and years and years and years to come. And that's the difference. So up here, if all you're focused on lead gen, that's fine. Go buy the fish. But realize that once you stop paying, that's it, the fish go. Over here, if you just want someone to fish for you, perfect, market agency. That's where you go. But again, you don't have a system. You don't have a framework that you can use day in, day out. So over here is what we're going to talk about. The system and the framework that is yours. No one else owns it. You own it. So when we talk about down here, do you have unpredictable growth? Do you have no visibility? Do you have very little time or support? Well, where we need to be able to be is to simply focusing on, right, how do we attract and bring people into our world? How do we convert, turn prospects into clients? And how do we deliver in a way that allows us to have raving fans and people that stay with us for longer and refer more often? So there's a sequence that needs to take place for that to be able to happen. It's not just about how do I get leads. It's the wrong question. The question we need to focus on is more, how do I bring people into my world? So when I draw this out, there are a bunch of different stages that need to take place before you reach that end thing. And that end thing is that all of a sudden, you've got somebody now that goes, great, I'm your client. And that's the end goal, isn't it? Like the end goal isn't how many leads can I get? The end goal isn't, I can't wait to chase my leads up today, see how many no's and yeses I get. The end goal is, how do I enroll more clients? So to start with, it starts off with, okay, great. How do you bring your ideal person into your world. That's the starting point. So that is where we talk about being able to attract. How do you bring your ideal person into your world? Now, you don't know whether they have the pain point or not yet. You just need to start off with bringing the ideal person into your world. So if I'm thinking of a property investment consultant, great at helping people be able to get their next investment property anywhere in the country and put them on the right path to being able to create wealth, freedom, have more money through property investing. So their ideal people are obviously property investors. Their ideal people are people who somewhere down the track are going to go, oh, I want an investment property. And their first job to begin with is, how do I find those people and how do I bring them into my world? So there's two parts that has to happen: find and attract. And that's what happens in the first stage. So when we focus in on someone fishing for you, generally that's all they focus on, is how do I bring people to you that might want to buy from you somewhere down the track? And it's why getting a return on that type of marketing is so hard, because there's so many more stages before they actually are ready to become your client. Not sure if you've seen, heard, probably maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, and this report that came out that now people need to have 11 different touch points with you. They need to be able to see, consume, understand over 60 plus minutes of you in the way that you educate, in the way you demonstrate, in the way that you show that you can make their life better. Now, for most service professionals, they're lucky if it's 1 or 2. So the second stage is very much having a way to educate that person, because that person has their own set of beliefs. They've got their own map of the world. They think it should be done a particular way. They might think that property investing, it's impossible for them. It's only for the rich people. It's only for the people who are earning X amount of money. It's only for top level corporates. Whatever their belief system is and whatever their map is, you have to do one thing. You have to start showing them what is possible. They don't live in your world. They don't live in your zone of genius. So if you're not out there educating and showing them what is possible for them, then they can't become your client. From that, there's the next part where we need to actually deepen the relationship with them. You will hear people talk about all the time. So do I. No one can become your client until they trust you. They feel that there is some form of connection with you. And they're the things that actually start this convert prospect. When we look and we break down the stages, really simple. We attract. Now we're in the convert part. And until they get to this stage, where they say to themselves, that's what I need. We've all had that conversation, haven't we? Oh, I need one of those. Oh, it'd be great to have one of those. That's different to need. That's a wish, not not a must-have. You go, oh, it'd be really good if I could just follow a plan that allowed me to get one, maybe two investment properties over the next 5 to 10 years. But until they themselves actually say to themselves, that's what I need, they can't become your client. So we've got the attract. We've got 3 parts that help to convert. And convert's just simply this: to be able to show a potential client a clear path forward to become your client. That's really all convert is. And when you think about it like that, you start doing these items. And then finally, when you get in, we put this in the deliver part, but really, they haven't become your client yet. But we should be doing this before they become your client. And that is show them a clear path. Act as if they are your client. Map out the path forward. Map out what's going to happen first 30, 60, 90 days. Map out how they're going to get successful. Because in essence, every single one of your people want the same thing. They want to go from having a sad face, from having pain points, to having success, having the result. Pain point gone, happy face. And when you can show them that you have a path, that you have a way, that you have a system, that you have a framework, that you already have it mapped out, becoming your client, and more importantly, becoming your client with a happy face, is just a matter of time. So when you start looking at marketing, it's a lot more than just simply going, oh, I hope someone gets me more leads. Or going, oh, I hope that these people do a good job, that they actually know what they're doing and what they're talking about. Compared to what we really need, and what we really need is building our own system that allows us to have a fish generating machine. And they're the stages that you need within your system. You need ways to attract and bring the ideal person into your world. You need ways to turn potential clients into actual clients. And you need to show them a clear path. And when you do that, that's when they will jump and say, you're my person. And until someone says that, they can't actually become your client. So our job as service professionals is not only to deliver a great service, but it's also to be able to show potential clients how good we are. And sometimes we forget that that's also our job. When you can build a framework that allows that to happen, it becomes much easier. If you're interested in finding out what that framework looks like, what the system looks like, in the description below, there is a simple link, leverageconnections.com/LC system. Take a look and see how a system can help you. Hope that's been super helpful. Can't wait to talk to you next time. Take care. Have an amazing rest of your day.